Untitled FM. Radio has never been better.
What is up?
Hello,
What's happening?
This is the movie show.
with me, Ryan.
Me, Sash.
Meet some.
And we are going to talk about how much we loved The Eternals.
Yeah.
Best Marvel movie ever.
Ever. Hands down.
Wins, takes it.
And he's not being sarcastic.
No, I'm genuine. You think this is better than, like, Endgame? Shame on you.
No ways.
Or better than
No, dude.
Amazing
Thor
Spider-Man.
Ragnarok.
This is like a solid average, if that.
No. Why?
It's not it's not the best movie, but I mean, I didn't hate it. I don't think it's the worst Marvel movie ever.
You
Let's
said
put
it's
it
better
that
than
way.
Endgame.
I was being sarcastic with
Okay.
that. No, okay, anyway.
Alright, let's continue.
You know what was weird? It didn't even feel like a Marvel movie.
the
Actually.
the visual effects were very good.
They
I enjoyed the visual effects. I enjoyed the graphics. I enjoyed some of the stuff that they did, and I was like, that's pretty cool. And I'm like, how did they do that? Sure.
The one thing that I think I did enjoy, Shem, let's try and speak about what we did enjoy. So the way they went through the different like eras on Earth, like the aesthetic changed for what time they were in. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so like if they
that
were
was pretty
in
good.
ancient Babylon, it looked a certain way, or if they were in, that was pretty cool.
I noticed how they did it a lot around a lot of land, sort of history,
Yeah.
specific things. They're like, oh look, there's the thing in the background.
There's the thing in the background.
Yeah, they did that a lot. And what are they? The Celestials.
hmm
They were cool. I did dig
Apparently,
them.
I saw a review and a guy said he watched it in IMAX and he said on the IMAX screen the Celestials looked huge, like the way, because obviously that's what
Was
they're
it
supposed
IMAX
to be.
or iMac? I thought he said iMac.
Did
I'm
we
like,
watch the same review?
I think so. I'm like, dude, you watched it on your IMAX screen. I'm like, okay.
I heard IMAX, which
Yeah.
would make a little bit more sense. I think.
I'm a Mac fanatic, so maybe
There we go.
my ears filtered that out.
Yeah.
But yes, the
And
Celestials.
the other thing that I loved about this film was a particular romance, not the
Yeah.
main romance.
Really?
Yes.
All the main romances sucked.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if you know that Athena chick and that other big guy?
Yes.
I wasn't sure if they were romantically involved or just like really close.
I think they were. Okay, I got they were close.
Yeah, same. But I
Yeah.
also got like
You cared
certain
for
vibes
her.
that were more.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. It was just weird.
Because he
It
was
was strange.
prepared to go with her, even though there was a very good chance she would kill him if she went back.
No,
mad
I just
again.
thought he was like, I'm strong enough. I can handle this. It's
Oh,
fine.
is that what?
Yeah, that's
okay.
the vibe I got there.
There we go.
Well,
Yeah.
when it was years later, whatever, centuries later, whatever, millions of years later, it looked like he had her figured out type of thing. Like he just needed to, if you can just, then she calms down. And then it's like, okay, cool.
And he actually calmed her down.
No,
Yeah.
he knocked her out. Remember that once he just lays her flat?
There's-
Oh my word, that
Oh,
was amazing.
well, the
Just
only
jumps
way-
and hits the floor and
Alright.
it's like, boom.
So can we
Oh, I
from that
loved
just
it.
establish that they were just good friends?
Yeah. I think that was it. But it was
And they were
still- it was
really good at
confusing.
forgiving.
It was very confusing, but it was hilarious.
Technically, for someone like her, that is calming her down.
Yeah, true.
Like, there's no other
But
way
still,
to do it.
It was amazing. I loved it.
You know, honestly, what I personally think was wrong with the Eternals is they were introducing like a whole, basically almost like a whole new part of the cinematic universe with like a
Yeah.
whole bunch of new characters. Like not one, obviously Thor was mentioned, Iron Man was mentioned, whatever, but like there was no cameo from any other person in the Marvel MCU. They just like introduced all these new people and there was a lot that they had to cover, and I don't know if they should have done it in one film
Yeah.
because it was a lot.
I battled to try and fit each character. I think,
Because there were so many of them.
yeah.
And there was so little time. A lot of reviews that I watched, people were actually saying they should have made this a series. But then the problem with the series is you're not going to get it, like, for example, the visual effects. You're not going to get the same visual effects because there's budget constraints,
Hey, some
etc.
series have really good.
They
visual
do,
effects.
but you can often see the difference between a
Marvel
series.
must pay. Disney. It's Disney, right?
There
Yeah,
you
it
go.
is
Yeah.
Disney.
Disney must pay.
Mm.
Yeah, so for me, like, characters, I don't, like we were saying before, we can't remember the characters' names.
Yeah,
Which
true.
for me
Which
is problematic, yeah, because you're supposed to remember Bob, because Bob made an impact on you, and you like Bob. You want to go tell Ryan about Bob. Like now, it's like, you know that guy. What did you call the one dude?
Indian dude.
Indian dude.
Yeah.
See, I'm
Bollywood
used to
dude.
that.
Just showed up and then didn't show up in the end. He was just like, I'm out. You guys can fight it out. Have fun. Yeah, that was
That's
weird.
my general thing, though. So I'm used to that. I don't remember names and.
I think
No,
I
I
do
do.
remember names.
I mean, I remembered
Faces.
Macari and Drew because they were like cute. They were like couple cute stuff.
They
Yeah,
were, for
Love
me,
them.
honestly, they
Yeah.
are the best Marvel
couple.
Really?
Hands-
Wait, okay, no.
hands down.
No. Let's think about this quickly. I think Captain America and his girl were better,
I also like One Day Vision.
but that's weird because he's technically not human.
It is.
So I don't know. That's
Okay,
weird.
I
there.
take it back. For me, they are the best. I enjoyed them. I like that. I like the romance
Between who? Who are you talking about now?
between.
Captain America.
No,
Oh,
no.
Droog and Macari.
Yes,
Yeah.
that.
Celestials were really great. They were really awesome. I was wondering why they have 6 eyes.
I actually saw an interview afterwards with like the chick who played Macari, and like she's that nice a character in real life
real
as
life.
well. I loved it. It was very cool.
What was cool as well was they brought in the first deaf superhero into the MCU because her character was deaf and she actually is deaf in real life.
Yeah.
And I saw trivia somewhere where they were saying, especially the scenes where she was interacting with CG characters, because she's deaf. Like generally with those type of things, you'll cue your actors most often while speaking to them because obviously they can't be watching you. They have to like interact. So she said she found those scenes quite difficult because she can't see what's going on and she can't hear because obviously she can't hear. But then what she said was Angelina Jolie actually would often take a laser pen and like they would obviously discuss a sequence and then she would actually help her out using a
wow.
laser pen, which is pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never thought about that, eh?
Yeah.
Sure.
But she is really nice. I really enjoyed
well
it.
up on her for pulling
Yeah.
that off as well.
Right?
Because I mean, she definitely carried a lot of that movie.
Yeah.
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 I wasn't expecting, like, when I saw this, I was like, now it's like average, because it's a common character. But then,
Who are we talking about? Wait,
about, what's her name?
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, I'm
Yes.
talking about,
We're
about
just
her.
switching characters left,
You.
right, and center. We don't know the
Whoa.
names. One of the other issues. Don't know the names.
Angelina.
Oh,
Yes.
you're talking about Angelina
But the
Jolie.
deaf person, yes. I just clicked. I mean, how lost a deaf person can get in a conversation.
Right?
Even like, how do you brief? I mean, I'm sure everybody's just like, carry on. Please go get the ladder. Bring the. Carry on, people. We
She's
need to
like-
move over the stage. And everyone just carries on moving over, and she's like,
Yeah.
kind of lost. So,
Yeah.
yes.
So she did a really
I
good
mean,
job.
I'm sure they probably hired someone to like constantly communicate.
They would have to have someone on production.
set,
If they're that big a production company,
Yeah.
they had it sorted, to an extent. But
The other thing I didn't like was how they brought in the whole gay relationship. For me, I was just like, and obviously we knew it was coming.
plus, I'm pretty sure that
I
was a
heard about it.
pedophilic relationship with that
Yes!
little chick.
Yes, I also
She's
thought
a
that.
child. She is a child.
What the hell?
That was
I was
weird.
like, they're like subtly bringing. They really did do that. Did
She
you
had a very
notice that?
creepy
Yeah.
relationship with
Yes.
Drew.
I remember her name just because she was named Sprite. And I was-
I tried to wipe it from memory, so I couldn't remember that. But yeah,
And then even in the end, like the fact that she then chose to be mortal, and you're just like,
she did.
yeah, she went to school in the end and everything.
But how'd she? Cersei did it.
Cersei did it.
Ah, okay. That's cool though, because I mean, essentially she did need to grow up, and that was the whole struggle throughout the movie, was that she couldn't.
Apparently, I actually read this somewhere. So, Peter Pan, the character Peter Pan,
Yeah.
he can't grow up either.
Yeah.
Apparently, originally, I think in the comic books, maybe she met the author that wrote Peter Pan and was kind of like an inspiration to the author for Peter Pan. But
That's
then
cool.
they didn't bring that into the
Yeah, it
the
would have
film.
been a random thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Oh,
I mean, although it is Disney, so they could have actually
they really
made that
could've.
like a fun fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that.
It was
So are the
It was
Eternals
weird.
supposed to be like human?
no.
No, they're eternal.
But
They're-
they've got all
they just live.
all the feelings, and the chick wants to grow up.
Yeah.
And I mean,
They're
surely,
supposed to be machines, aren't they?
surely if you like created,
That's how it came
They're
across
machines,
like
yeah.
they
They
were
think
almost
they're
robots.
humans.
exactly. But surely if you're created for,
For that, you shouldn't have feelings.
then you wouldn't want to grow up and be upset and all jealous and,
and be in
stuff
love
like that.
and
No, but you see, that was the point. I think that the reason that their mission failed Well, the mission that they thought they were doing of like bringing
Saving
the
everybody.
emergence and blah blah blah, whatever their mission was. The reason it failed was because they were hanging around with humans, and then humans influenced them. So there, and I think that's also where the villain creature popped up from, because those robots are capable of evolution. The one
Yeah.
evolved into the monster, and
Yeah.
then they obviously evolved into like more human and more emotional and all of that jazz.
So they're machines.
They are.
Basically.
That's why.
I got that they were more like creation.
No,
creative.
that's why that
Because-
other monster dude could like steal the powers, because he basically just stole their coding. He was like,
What?
Yeah.
Sitting there with the laptop.
well, no, you remember he stabbed them with the low antenna.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, so
Yeah.
That was hectic.
That was just weird. I was actually kind of okay with who they killed. I'm not gonna lie. Like, when they killed people, I was like, meh. If that was, I was gonna be hacked. Firstly, if they killed Makari,
Yes.
and secondly, it's weird that Druig wasn't dead when he got shot with the laser beam.
Glad they didn't kill him though. I would have
Yeah.
been upset if he died.
Yeah, same. But everybody else, I was like, it's okay. They're okay to die. There's no really issue there. Yeah.
So do you think the Eternals is like the Avengers because it's a group of people?
Can I tell you what I think is the problem? So with Avengers, right? When Avengers came out, previously Iron Man had come out. In fact, hadn't 2 Iron Man films come out?
Yeah.
I think 2. Captain America had come out. You'd seen the Hulk. No, you hadn't seen the
Well,
Hulk.
yeah.
You'd seen
They
Black Widow.
No. The Hulk, remember, they switched him out with the different
Yes,
actor. So they
yes.
had that other guy from Fight Club playing
And then
him.
they changed that in
Yeah.
Avengers.
So essentially there was a Hulk, yeah.
And then they had Thor. So Avengers was like all of these films you'd already seen just coming together. Do you understand? So there was already background. There were background stories. And then when they came together in Avengers, you were like, yeah, because now it was so cool because that dude from that movie and that chick from that film. And then obviously like they always built it up like that. Even when Guardians came in, you were cool with it because you'd had like 2 Guardians of the Galaxy films. And then they were like, oh, they're meeting the Avengers. This is so cool. Do you understand? Like I remember that. Whereas with this... He was just like, whoa, there's like 10 new people. I don't know who they are. And there's just like a lot
But
going.
I was kind of okay with that, actually. Because I feel like this was essentially just... Like, the previous Marvel movies had created the foundation. And this did a lot to, like, build onto that. So it talked about what had happened with Endgame. It talked about Thanos and, like, links there and stuff like that. So there was a lot of link to the previous Marvel movies, which was cool, you
Yeah.
know? But at the same time, I thought it was like pretty random how somehow this chick who's got superpowers and who's an Eternal is dating another dude who turns out to be the Black Knight. Like, what's the coincidence?
Yeah.
That was pretty weird. And the fact that she didn't know, you know? I feel like if you've been around, you've known all the previous Black Knights from the ancestry.
That's true.
Maybe you should have sussed out that your new boyfriend's also a superhero.
Yeah.
She was too busy.
The character development was not good at all.
Yeah.
I feel like they wanted to bring in a gay superhero. They wanted to do you get what I'm saying?
They
Like
wanted to Disney the thing.
Yeah, so then they didn't they
Yeah.
didn't focus on what's important in storytelling. Instead they were like, let's be all I don't know. Yeah, and then they went and did weird things with it. And shockingly enough, it won 2 awards. Nominated for a whole lot. Actually, why are we shocked? Generally films that win awards, you're just like
No, I think Marvel films win awards, and that's Marvel, so you kind of just like...
What did it win an award for?
So, Gemma Chan, who's the main actress, she won Best Actress. Yes. And then it also won Best Achievement in Diversity.
Yeah.
But she's also supposed to be, from the comics, like super powerful. And in the movie, it made it seem like her power was useless, and somehow she saves the day with her useless power, which was very weird. But she's supposed to be like this very OP person who does more than just like turn a rock into gold.
Yeah.
You know? So it's very weird. I don't know. Didn't know how I felt about it.
Yeah.
Plus, Icarus could have soloed them all. I don't know why he was having such a tough time dealing with everybody. Like, bro, okay, I love that fight where he was taking on Makari. That was like
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
She was handing his butt to him. Very cool. But still, not making sense.
Yeah. So the Eternals received the worst cinematic score grade of any MCU film with a B. It is also the worst reviewed movie of the MCU with a 48% on Rotten Tomatoes. And a B grade is disappointing by Marvel standards. The only other MCU movie that has received a grade less than an A is 2011's Thor.
No.
Yeah?
No.
Yes.
What happened to Captain Marvel? Put that as like a C or
You
an
know,
F grade
I
or whatever
feel
the
like
lowest grade is.
Because of the whole feministick movement, they wouldn't do that with Captain Marvel.
I hated how you can't, like, that's one thing that annoys me about a lot of these feminist movies, is that when you go online to like Rotten Tomatoes to check it out and see what the rating is, it says it's really good. Like it gives us like an 88 rating or like something really high. This happened to me with Enola Holmes, the trashiest movie.
That wasn't
ever.
that bad.
No, I hated it.
You
I
hated
hated it. Because you go on Rotten Tomatoes, I was like, okay, I really want to watch a good movie right now. It said it was like 88%. I was like, this is amazing. Like, I need to watch this movie. They've never mucked up a Sherlock Holmes movie like in the existence of that character. This is going to be so cool. And I was bored out of my mind the whole movie. I didn't know, like, and it was purely because they had like some feminist push. Remember, like the mom was involved in some feminist thing.
Oh yeah,
other.
that's true.
So like it just messes with the whole movie rating thing. Like I don't mind. Like there's a lot of amazing feminist movies out there, and I love them. Cool, but like you need to start rating movies not because of their gender, but because they're actually good movies. Nah, it annoys me. Can't deal.
So, would you rate Eternals as one of?
I'd give it a bang average 5.
What is Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel's like a 3.
Okay.
Yeah. If that. And that's a little generous.
It's a little
I mean,
generous.
to be fair, I've forgotten half of the Captain Marvel movie because it was just so boring. But, yeah.
I really felt like it was a filler.
Yeah.
Just fill the gaps.
And then remember there was some reference or other to it in No Way Home where you find out Nick Fury is actually not there. He's like having a vacation and the aliens from Captain Marvel are just taking over his job.
Yes.
That was weird. I didn't know how I felt about that. It was very strange. Anyway.
Do you know that this was also weird for me. So, you know the main actress Gemma Chan, she was the main person in the Eternals. Do you know she was in Captain Marvel?
Where?
I also didn't realize she was in it. So in Captain Marvel, plays this alien character where she's got green skin and you can actually see it's her. But see, I don't know. I also don't remember what happened in Captain Marvel.
Was she the wife chick who like had the little baby, and then like they were chilling on the spaceship, and then the kid runs out, and then she's like, and then the dad.
It might have been her.
I think it's her.
Which is weird for me because like. Why would that? Do you get what I'm saying? Like
Marvel does that a lot, though. They have multiple characters who play multiple roles.
Where else have they done that, though?
Chris Evans has played the Human Torch, and he's played Captain America.
They
have a whole movie of like characters who've popped up in multiple different things.
I suppose Chris Evans was in Fantastic Four.
Yeah, and then there's people like, but it also is like a lot of the old movies and like so.
See, but this one's recent. Like
I know,
Captain
but
Marvel
there's a lot of recents. I don't think you've like go on YouTube and look out for like modern Marvel actors who've acted in a whole bunch. There's this one dude, I think he acts in Community or one of the other big series, and he acts in a lot of like the different Marvel filler roles, and you see him like everywhere. Once you start seeing these people, you'll be very surprised how many times Marvel reuses actors.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a lot. Plus, this chick had green skin, so she's like the least obvious person.
Yeah.
You know? So the fact that we didn't know she was in the other movie makes it fine that she's in this one. Like, it's not a big deal. You know?
I just feel like Marvel
was gone by the end of Endgame. Like, Endgame was their last moments of glory. That was it. And then... But Disney took over just before Endgame, didn't they? Disney was responsible for Captain Marvel. And... it was around about that time, I think, when Disney took over. And since they took over...
Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense.
Done. Yeah.
Okay.
Sad stuff.
I thought Disney had Marvel for long.
No.
Like
I
since
mean,
the
they could have. I think they could have, but I know that Marvel had already planned a lot of the movies, like, way into the future. If you look back, they, like, set up Thanos... in the first Avengers.
They did.
So Disney's messing Marvel up.
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying?
That's my point. That's my theory to this whole thing. Because also, like, a lot of the pushes of, like, the feministic movement and a lot of the other, like, different movements that have hopped on, like, in the most recent movies.
Yeah, it's true.
I think somebody needs to go and buy Disney.
I don't think that's possible.
Yeah.
But I think
That's
Disney's
possible,
too
man.
big right now to do that. They own Star Wars as well.
They own Star
I
Wars.
know.
They
So
own Pixar.
It's not
Mhm.
happening. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I must be honest. It's gotten to that point where you like, okay, another Marvel movie's coming out, and you're like, okay.
Do I
Yeah.
want to see it? Do I not want to see it?
Yeah.
Even the new, I have no like space in my brain even to think about the new Doctor Strange
Doctor
movie.
Strange.
The only thing that I am excited for is to see what happens with him and what's that girl's name? The actress. She's the chick from the first one, the nurse chick.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm talking about? The chick from The Notebook.
Yes.
Yeah, very keen to see what, because in the trailer, she's walking down in
Down
her
the
wedding
aisle,
thing,
yeah.
and he's sitting in the congregation. So I'm very keen to see, like,
I must be honest,
what
I
happens.
was the one Marvel film I was looking forward to, but there's a but. So it was Thor Ragnarok. Not Thor Ragnarok, sorry, Thor Love and Thunder.
yeah,
Because I
okay,
loved
yeah.
Ragnarok and I
Loved
loved what Taika
Thor as
Waititi
well,
did with it. The only thing is, I'm not looking for. I didn't like what's the actress's name?
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman. I didn't like her in. when
That's
she
very
left,
funny.
I was so happy, and then now they're obviously bringing her back as She-Thor, and I'm just like.
But she's a really good actress. I like her as an actress. Have you seen her in what's that movie? I haven't seen her in Black Swan, but I know she won a couple of awards for that, I think.
But that movie was.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, exactly.
There's some other movies where I think it's some French movie where she's like a little kid. She's a skilled actress is all I'm saying. I like her as an actress. She's better than like a lot of the other chicks out there.
I just didn't like her. I
Okay,
don't know
that's
what it.
fine.
I don't know if it was the character she was portraying but I was just like,
I also think she's a kind of cute Marvel couple. Like I don't know why
No.
you don't like her and Thor together.
No.
What other options did Thor have actually? Who did you want him with? That other chick from Asgard? No.
he didn't
Don't
need to.
do it.
You know, I'm hopping
Don't
onto
do it.
Ryan's theory. He didn't need a chick, right, Ryan?
Yes.
Why not? He's
Thank
one
you.
of the sexiest Marvel
No.
men.
Exactly.
Why not give him a chick?
Because superheroes
Don't have women.
have chicks because it's a vulnerable.
No, Marvel superheroes do.
It's a-
Like DC superheroes generally don't.
exactly because it's a vulnerable point that the enemies will take your.
Will attack.
Yeah,
Yes.
but everybody needs a weakness.
Thor doesn't.
Well, it's their cat.
Thor's,
Well, he got
they don't.
fat.
No,
you
here's
see,
my
he had
thing,
a weakness.
actually.
He got fat.
Here's my thing, actually. I think that Thor does need someone because he's actually the most broken Marvel character because he's lost his brother a couple
Yeah.
times. He's lost both of his parents. He's lost his whole planet. He's literally got nothing left, essentially.
He's
which
got
is why
the
he's
Guardians
now.
of the Galaxy.
No, but he like met them when he had nothing left.
Yeah.
So
No, but not her.
no, but like everybody else in the Marvel universe has someone. Like Iron Man has Pepper. Like Steve Rogers goes back and has Carter, but Steve Rogers also has a whole bunch of chicks on the side.
Ah.
Imagine how awkward that discussion's going to be when he
Right?
tells Carter that he like pulled her niece or whatever.
I was with your niece.
Woo! That's going to be awkward anyway. Yeah. But
Yeah, and then also apparently Valkyrie, they want to give her a gay romance in Love
but
and Thunder.
isn't she gay in real life?
I think she possibly is.
I think so as well.
So now the film that I was looking forward to, I'm like, because now there's warning signs. Yeah.
Huh.
The film, and this is shocking. I never thought, Ryan, you know I would never have said this. The film I'm looking forward to is The Batman, which is
Oh,
DC.
love it. Love it.
Like I actually am
keen.
looking forward
Is
to
it?
that film.
And
yes.
what's the other one? Dr. Morbius.
Yeah.
Very keen for that.
yeah.
Can't wait.
I'm curious. I don't know how to feel about it.
Although, I don't know if this is fake news or not, but apparently a cast thing was released for that. And it was one of those like leaks or something like that. And it shows that all 3 Spider-Men are going to be in that one again.
Oh, flip. That's cool.
I hope it's true.
That's
but
very
I have a
cool.
feeling it's a leak.
How are they gonna pull that off?
Because if you think about it, oh, by the way, in which one was it? It was the Amazing Spider-Man 2. If you look on all of the, you know, when that Green Goblin dude, before he becomes Green
Harry,
Goblin, finds out that they've been monitoring Peter Parker.
Yes.
One of the files when you like stop and pause and like look, is the Dr. Morbius file. So he's actually
in that universe.
Yeah. So like, I think that would be a very cool link there.
It's like how they've speculated that Venom, Tom Hardy's Venom, is also in the Amazing Spider-Man's universe.
Yeah. I also have a theory that what's his name? Oh, Tom Cruise is apparently also in the Morbius movie.
Really?
Yes. What he's playing, I have no idea. But
okay, there we go. You see,
Tom Cruise.
there's like good things to look forward to now.
But I have a heavy suspicion that this was like somebody's fake news that they tried to get views online for.
Possibly, yeah.
So I have a feeling it's very fake. But if it's not, it's going to be very cool.
Yeah. But now Morbius, like with Venom, they're not fully Marvel. They're in association with Marvel, right?
Yeah.
So it's like Disney can't really get its claws in there. Or
Morbius
can they?
is essentially the DC version, the Marvel version of DC's Man-Bat. Like he kind of tests on himself to cure himself and then gets a bat-related
disease or
power.
Oh.
Yeah. Thing, whatever you call it. Yeah.
Hectic.
So,
I
very
think
keen.
Morbius is Sony owned, eh?
I think so. I hope so.
If
'Cause then they can't mess it up.
Sony Pictures Entertainment.
I feel like Sony, we trust Sony.
We
Sony's
do.
cool.
In Sony, we trust.
It's Sony we trust.
Yeah.
For me, the most exciting part of Eternals, and this is very sad that this was the most exciting part of Eternals, was when Harry Styles was in the end credit scene. That was for
There's a
me.
fangirl over here.
I not now because he's wearing dresses, but he was my favorite part of One Direction. So that was like, oh my goodness, Harry Styles. And then, but for me, if you have to wait, if I have to wait till an end credit scene to actually be like, what was the point?
Yeah.
Like then let me just watch
But
the
that's,
end
that's
credit
Marvel
scene.
now 101. That's
like-
that's the new Marvel.
It is.
Welcome
It
to the
really
new Marvel.
is. Like, let's give you a trashy movie and then we'll hit you with a cool end credit scene. Bah.
To get you coming
Yeah.
back.
Yes. That's literally what Marvel does now.
Although the reason I think I loved Eternals like quite a bit was because of how much it explains a lot of the inexplicable things from the previous movies. You know, like for instance, the thing that Thanos might have actually been a good guy and not the villain, and tried to, because if his brother knew about the emergence, he knew about the emergence.
Yeah.
Which means that he essentially could have been the reason, like he could have done the whole end game thing to try and stop the emergence from happening.
That is true.
So he's actually the
So
hero.
he was trying to save Earth
Yeah.
instead of balance.
Yeah. That would be very cool. Like, because then you realize, and they've hinted at this a lot, like throughout a lot of the graffiti they've put up since Infinity War in a lot of the movies, where they'll be like, Thanos was right.
Sure.
So like, I think that's now the new, when you realize that the Avengers might have been the cause to their own destruction. I mean, if the Eternals hadn't helped in, but
And
Kind
you,
of makes them the bad guys now, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
and you know, in Tony Stark's vision, when like everyone died,
Yeah.
like they would it would always be alluded that like it was their fault. Like do you get what I'm
we
saying?
could have done more.
Yeah, like it was them.
Yeah.
So now that would be a very interesting spin if you like suddenly turn the Avengers into the bad guys.
Please don't.
Nah.
That's just gonna make it worse. I think that their characters are fine. Like I think that they've always fought for what they've believed is right, and sometimes they've realized they've made mistakes,
Yeah.
which is fine. And I think that's them as a group. But to be fair, like I don't think it was ever their fault apart from Ultron. Was Ultron? I fully blame on them. Like there's no other.
Yeah, no, that
was
yeah.
on you. You need to like see this.
So then it was their fault.
True.
So we've been supporting the villains this whole time, people.
No, but they weren't the villains. They were just.
They were the
stupid. There's a
creator of the
difference.
villains, which makes them even worse than a villain.
No. No.
Okay, no. Maybe we're just reading too deep into this.
Yeah, they just stupid people sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. I think with the Eternals, I would be interested in watching the second one, but I feel like they'd have to redeem themselves a lot.
No, they'd have to bring the Black Knight in. Because, like, they had him there the whole movie.
And didn't
and he
do
didn't
anything.
do anything. Like, oh, come. And plus, that voice at the end is Blade. So they're, like, bringing
Yeah.
Blade back in.
Blade is coming out. I know they're doing... I don't know if it's a series. I can't remember. I don't think it's a series. I think
hope
it's a
not.
film.
I can't watch these series. I just
But-
don't have the energy.
Yeah, so Blade is coming out. Yeah.
But I like the fact that Marvel's going towards the darker side. Because I have a feeling, isn't Morbius kind of a vampire? I don't know actually
Yeah,
what
he
he
is.
is. Is he a vampire or is he like
I remember watching
Loki?
the trailer and I was like,
I think he's
this is
either
not a good guy.
he's either like, no, I know he's not a good guy.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting if they brought Blade in through that. So
Yeah.
like Blade tries to hunt
Makes
Morbius
sense.
down.
I do think Blade will be in Morbius.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, but because Morbius is Sony, I don't think so. But that would be so interesting.
But they
either way.
might have a
Another crossover.
yeah.
Because they must bring Andrew Garfield back.
Yes.
That is the only way to revive Marvel.
really
Do the right
only
thing.
way. Really
Yeah.
the only. Yeah.
There is no other.
So final thoughts. Best or
No, it was probably like one of the worst, but not the worst, I'd say. Marvel movie.
The worst.
I personally can. Okay, you obviously hate Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
For me, yeah, it's down there at the bottom.
I think I hate Captain Marvel so much because it was before Endgame. And I like saying everything before Endgame was amazing.
Except,
But that's the only one that
yeah,
wasn't. And it just
except
messes
for
with me.
yeah.
Like, and it could, the thing is, they could have brought it out after Endgame and they wouldn't have been an issue.
They really actually wouldn't have been an issue because she barely did anything in Endgame.
Plus, also, how's this chick not aging? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Remember, she's like from like the 80s or whatever?
Yeah, she is.
And this chick doesn't look a day over 30.
Yeah.
Well, she's got superpowers, I guess.
Does that stop her aging?
Absolutely.
No. Shame on all of these people. They
Yeah.
must get rid of her. She's technically the first Avenger. Get her out of there.
That is
Kill her.
that is true.
Yeah. Do something, but get rid of it.
I feel like Marvel should do something like that dramatic, like go and kill one of the main superheroes.
Bring Thanos back and just wipe out everybody.
Yeah.
Because now Iron Man and Captain America aren't there. So
Yes.
essentially, everybody else is done for.
Yep.
But there's also suspicion that they're going to kill off Wanda. Because remember at the end of No Way Home,
Yes. Doctor
he
Strange goes
and he's
to-
like, I need your help.
Yeah.
And those words he said to Tony Stark before he asked him to come along on the mission, and they died.
I must be honest, I never.
So-
The thing that made me connect to Wanda was the WandaVision series.
No, I loved her the whole time. Ever since I saw her in Age of Ultron,
Serious?
I loved that woman. She's
I really
amazing.
connected with her there. So that's why I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she lost her brother in like the first movie you introduced to her.
Yeah, no, it was
Like,
hectic.
shame. She's actually also gone through a lot of loss.
She has.
Her
And she lost Vision.
Her and Thor are one of
For
the
me,
most broken
she.
characters.
For me, okay, I can't say that because Thor's also lost like a lot
no,
of
Thor's
people.
gone through the most. And like the problem is because
They should get
Ragnarok,
together. Ha!
They should. That
There
would
we
be
go.
so cool.
There we go.
Yeah, cool. Problem solved. But I think because they put so much humor into Thor Ragnarok,
You didn't feel
you
it.
didn't feel as
Yeah.
sad for
Yeah.
Thor as
True.
you should have.
Still like
Guys,
that
feel
film,
the
though.
love for him. Yeah,
Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder.
Yeah, so this has been the movie show on our thoughts on Eternals.
Yeah.
Ryan's just like shaking his
Not
head.
the greatest movie.
No.
I don't think anybody expected it to be. Oh well.
It got a lot of like
Nah, it was
bad
brand new.
reviews in that though.
Yeah.
What should have? It was
Yeah.
a bad movie.
Yeah. It's just sad that the one film that Angelina Jolie's in is like a bad one.
Yeah.
True, but her character sucked, so I mean,
Yeah.
it's not even her fault. I don't think there's any way she
You
could
know,
have revived
she actually only expected to get a cameo. She was actually shocked by how much screen time
Oh,
she
really?
got. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, it's Jolie. She was essentially one of the people that carried the movie.
Mm.
So, good on her for sticking
True.
it out that long on a bad
Mm.
character.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. This has been the movie show.
On Active FM.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're signing out now.
Yep.
Peace.